We got Jabrol on the line. Who's this Jabrol? Seems like a lot of the fans know Jabrol.
Well, he's chatting on a little chat room thingy here. And he's apparently of some type of Middle Eastern descent.
Does he wear the uniform?
Yes.
The garb?
He wears the headgear, the weird little, like he's wearing his pajamas.
Okay.
And he's got hair like the Wolf Man.
Okay.
And giant I Hate America beard.
Okay.
And he trolls for chicks on in this chat room. He trolls for girls all the time. I don't think he leaves his house. I think he's completely xenophobic and racist. I guess we could talk to him, see what he's all about.
And he's a fan of the show?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know much about this guy.
All right, for the first time on our show, Jabrol from Canada. Jabrol.
Yes, sir.
Are you a fan of our radio show?
Oh man, I like it so much. It's my favorite show. I spend all night, just listening to it.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
How did you find out about the show?
Oh well, I was just on Pal Talk and I saw something called Red Opie and Anthony live show.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, so you now I'm looking you.
Yeah, I'm calling from my laundry room. This is where I hang out, in the middle of the night.
Your laundry room.
Yes, sir.
Now you're into girls, right?
Yeah, you see, I have a problem. I wanted your advice because you are an older person. You have experience.
Jesus.
Well, it was a nice way of saying it, anyway.
Well, I live in Canada, and the women here is so beautiful.
Oh yes, of course.
I can't even go out of my house without I have to close my eyes. It's very.
You get so wound up with looking at women.
Yeah, and these women, they don't find me attractive. That's a problem. So
Well, don't you understand? You're kind of you haven't really westernized yourself much. You're really going with the look, that Middle Eastern look. You got the big beard. I think a lot of women would be frightened of you. Maybe not rightly so, but you kind of look like You have that look like, that's an Al-Qaeda guy or something.
He looks like you should be throwing rocks somewhere?
Yes, you definitely look like you should have a bread helmet on.
That's not good if you're living in the West, sir. Jabrol, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 22, sir.
22?
22 and you're looking like that?
And what do you do?
I'm a religious person, I know I'm being hypocritical, but I can't shave my beard and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, but you like the beautiful women, kind of.
Yeah,
they get you all wound up.
I'm in a catch-22,
Yeah, so you get all wound up. Now, is this why a lot of Arab gentlemen like their women wrapped up, so the temptation isn't there?
Yeah, man. I'm a man. We have I'm sure you understand we have a problem, when we see such a beautiful women, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have a big problem.
So you don't leave your house because of that? Because you don't want to be tempted?
I have to go to work, so I just quickly go to work and come back, but I don't go anywhere else,
What kind of job you got?
Making bomb belts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm a taxi dispatcher.
Oh, okay. It has something to do with the transportation industry.
Yeah. I know. I just pick up the phone, tell people where they want a taxi. I send a taxi.
Yeah? Jesus. You should work on Long Island.
So
they all suck there.
So your religion doesn't allow you to have sex with girls, but you want to have sex with girls. So you don't leave your house because you don't want to be tempted. So you just quickly go to your job and you come home. Is that correct?
No, you see, the thing is, I'm very poor. I can't afford to get married. Everyone who's in my religion, they just get married, but I have a problem because I have a $10 hour job. It's a minimum wage.
And what, you need a certain amount of money to get married?
Yeah, and I can't. And people said that you should go to university, but when I go to university, I can't concentrate on my study because there's all the girls is there.
Wow, this guy is so wound up. He's just a guy in his early 20s that's fucking freaking out for chicks, and his religion is keeping him from banging.
And the religion allows you to have sex if you're married, I guess, right? It's one of those.
Yeah, how are we gonna have kids, man? So we have to get married.
Yeah, but see, the Catholic religion is like that, but we blow off that little thing.
Yeah,
and we have the sex before the marriage.
You can't do that because of religion? I'm going to guess. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, sir.
See, I just pulled that out of my ass. Yeah. I just figured. I'm pretty sharp with that.
I hear you don't like the Chinese.
No, sorry. I think they are very boring people.
Boring?
They are very boring.
What? Well, the Chinese taking a beating today from
Yeah, sorry.
all angles.
Their women is not very beautiful, actually.
Their women is not very beautiful.
I'm not a fan. I don't hate Asian women, but I'm not a huge fan. Like,
fan. It's an acquired
it's
taste
not my
for
thing
some people.
sexually. Like even massage parlors, I just maybe 5 times in my life, 6 times in my life.
What about some of the girls that work our supermarket, Jimmy? There's a few lookers.
Never seen one that
It's an Asian supermarket.
No.
So now
all the Asians work there.
I've never seen an Asian girl that like. I mean, I've seen some, but like in daily life, I'm such a perv. Black girls, Spanish girls, but it's mostly white and Spanish girls.
You mix that Asian with just a little something else, though, and wow, what comes out.
It really does improve everything.
Yeah, a little one part Asian to 10 parts white.
Wow,
and that'll do you.
Black and Asian makes very attractive.
They make
supermodels. Yeah, they really do.
Basically,
great combination.
Yeah. Now I hear also people are telling me here that you don't really enjoy the company of black women.
No, sir. They're quite different attitude. You know, they're too loud mouth for me. You know,
too loud.
I want a woman who is like very subservient and gonna be very nice and quiet.
You want a woman that you could beat with a stick that won't turn around and say anything about it,
or just go to the movies with and she won't talk through the whole thing.
One or the other.
I want a woman who's gonna be disciplined and gonna be very, not very making me problems for me.
Yeah, you don't want the problems. What kind of problems do women usually give that you don't want to deal with, and as a Muslim gentleman, you wouldn't have to deal with?
Oh, the snagging, take out the garbage, make your bed and this and that. It's like I don't want another mom. I already have one mom.
Right. So she would do all the housework without asking any questions.
Exactly.
You go home.
I do the work.
You do the work. You bring the money home.
Exactly.
And would you allow her to wear Western clothing?
Oh no, sir, never.
So she would have to wear a burqa?
Yes, definitely.
But let me ask you, in the bedroom, like, maybe Muslim guys have a bad reputation. Like, would you want her to wear, like, sexy lingerie and undergarments and, like, crotchless panties and things for you?
Jimmy.
Seriously?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Oh, you would, yeah.
Okay, so that's allowed in the privacy of your own bedroom?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. But then once she's out and about, cover up.
Yeah, because, I don't want somebody to steal my wife,
Well, that's that happens.
Hard to get a wife in the
That's why I burqa up my women these days.
That's a good question. Is that is the way they make women dress up like and cover? Is that because the men are weak and can't not fuck, or is it because they don't trust the women and they don't want the men hitting on them?
Well, our religion says women is a big temptation. Adam and Eve, right? So
I don't really believe that, though.
Yeah, well,
I don't believe that she ate an apple out of a tree and he took a rib. It's just silly.
It was a pomegranate.
Yeah,
but you have to be careful with the women. They are very dangerous. They're very beautiful.
But Adam and Eve really is just a made up story. They didn't hang out in an apple tree and a snake said, "Hey, have an apple."
This guy's got the big beard and that.
I know that, but
he's
a smart guy.
He's believing it.
He's not. Deep down, Adam and Eve are just kind of a silly story. He knows that.
No, sir. It's a true story.
It's not a true story.
It's a true story.
It's a true story, Jimmy.
It's a true story. It's our legends for a long time. We can't just dismiss them.
Sure you can.
Do you live in an area in Canada where there are a lot of Muslims?
No, sir. I'm like the only one who is practicing my religion in the city.
Really? Where do you find a mosque?
We have a mosque, but it's very far. I have to take the highway. So, but I don't have a car, so I just pray at home.
Oh, gee.
Do you think that the Earth is flat or round?
Well, I don't know. It's quite confusing because the Earth seems to be flat, but people are saying it's round. But I've never really seen any evidence of that.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of just going to hold off on.
Yeah. What about like space pictures from outer space?
Well, they could be fake. They have Photoshop these days, so they can just like make pictures that.
Yeah, but they took pictures before Photoshop of the planet, and it's round.
Yeah. Why would they do
that? Sphere.
I mean, about people say that people went to the moon, but they discovered that was just a studio.
Right, right. That was all fake. Yep.
Totally fake. I mean,
yeah.
Who could go to the moon? I mean, we can't even go to the moon now. How we can go in 1969?
Exactly.
As a religious guy, let me ask you, because it's easy to judge religious people and get annoyed, but there's a reason that like a lot of times smart people hang on to religion. Like, is there a part of you that's afraid of it not being true?
No, sir. I have 100% certainty in my faith, and like.
No. What I mean, not that your faith is in doubt, but is there a part of you that is scared, like what life would be like if it wasn't true? Like, I'm wondering what keeps people attached to religion when deep down I know they know better.
Oh, definitely, sir. See, like, I'm not a very good-looking person and all that, and if there was no heaven, then my life would be very depressing, At least I can look forward to having some very beautiful women in the heaven.
In heaven.
Okay, so you...
Palace. So, I mean, why I want to be an atheist when I would just kill myself then, like, there's nothing to live for.
All right, so you just explain why you just that's a good explanation as to why you kind of hang on to religion. And I think a lot of people do to get into the afterlife because it's supposed to be a better place, and it kind of makes this life more bearable knowing that there's something better or believing that. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm. Why? So, actually, wouldn't you just shave and cut your hair a little bit and try to fit more into society if you had no faith in the religion instead of just killing yourself because there's nothing to live for? Then you could really live it up.
That's true, but sir, it's very hard to get women still. All my friends is complaining.
Do you find you encounter a lot of racism because of your appearance when you go out?
Well, I get scared a lot, but I think people there are just scared of me, so they don't say anything.
They're scared of you?
I keep a knife with me because, I'm scared somebody might want to attack me, so I just keep it concealed in my bag, just in case,
Just in case some,
but, the problem in Canada is we don't have a Second Amendment. I wanted to register a gun, but, they're like, no, there's too much red tape, you can't get a gun here.
Yeah, I'd be a little scared to give you a gun, tell you the truth.
Well, sir, I need to defend myself.
Wow.
People might want to kill me or something. I have to defend my property.
Yeah. Can
my
you get
laundry room is quite in a very vulnerable place as
What's that thing called that you put on your head that looks like Yasser Arafat's hat?
Oh, it's called a scarf.
Oh, it's just a scarf. Okay. Maybe you could get that made out of Kevlar to help you out, just in case somebody tries to take a pot shot at you. You got a hell of a head of hair.
Well, can I see a picture of him?
Yeah, look at this guy.
What's he look like? I want to see what you look like, sir.
Let me punch up this. Look at that.
Okay.
It's like all like the wolf man. You really are.
You look like you look like Taliban. Like that's.
Yeah,
I'm not making fun of you.
Does he?
No, you see, we have to have long hair in our religion because that's how our prophet had long hair. That's why. I mean, I don't follow this black style rap artist. They shave their head. That looks very stupid to us.
Oh, that kind of Muslim look.
We gotta be religious. We have to keep long hair and long beard. We have to look like a prophet in our religion.
But do you think? Let me ask you honestly, because like Christ is, I guess Christ was considered some sort of a prophet. I don't know what his role in Islam is, but he had long hair and a beard, and Christians don't.
Who, Chris?
No, Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, because he had long hair and a beard supposedly in the Bible, and how come that people don't try to look like him?
Well, I don't really know about him that much, but I heard he was I heard he was not a very good person, but we're supposed to believe in him. But what I've heard about him,
good guy. Sound like a good guy.
People think Jabrol's full of shit. Trust me, he's not.
The real deal.
He's the real deal. He's a young Muslim that's really torn between his religion and getting some fucking pussy.
Yeah, it's really.
Hey, Jabrol, do you whack it?
Whack what?
Do you masturbate?
You masturbate?
Okay, good, man.
Yeah.
No, sir, it's against my religion.
It's against the religion.
How do you get the poison out?
Well, you have to. Sometimes I get wet dream. Like yesterday, I had a wet dream about this woman called Devil's Tail.
Who's Devil's Tail?
Very beautiful, man. She's very beautiful. I want to marry her, but she's like, she's already married. So
let's see. Her
he didn't look like an ugly guy though. The picture, he just looks like an average guy, right?
What are the young Muslims supposed to do?
It's very hard, brother.
This is some torment.
Sir. Can I tell you? It just seems
she
like
looks a little dark for you, though.
Let me say.
Oh, because my light is not that good, so I actually have very fair skin, but you know how it is.
It really seems like Islam sets it up, and don't take this offensively, but they put young Muslim guys in a really, like, if you're religious, there's not a lot of fun stuff on earth. Like, prayer and religion, or I guess if you like that, but it's not fun. And when you're this is one reason they hate Western civilization. It isn't that they're jealous of everything we have, but they do know. I think that a lot of time very religious people know that if you put guys, even, religious young Muslim men in Western situations, it's hard not to want to go out and bang chicks or to drive a nice car or just to eat Burger King.
The problem is I was born in this country. This is the biggest mistake my grandfather made, was to leave his country to come here. And for that, I really, really don't like him. But, he's dead. I can't see him.
But it wasn't a mistake, though.
What country?
From Pakistan, that's where we were from.
Oh, Pakistan. Okay, so you would have liked to be in Pakistan.
He wouldn't know what he's missing if he was in Pakistan.
Oh, Babu, Babu.
You don't want to be in Pakistan, man. You have more fun here. This place just makes you feel ugly and bad about yourself because you feel different and you feel like you can't get girl. I mean, I know you said that, but that's the only thing that makes you feel bad about not being in Pakistan. Is there at least you figure you'd probably look better to women and have an easier time getting women?
Yeah, it would be because it's all about women, man. Because that's some young man, you know how it is.
Sure.
Jesus is a very bad man. Very bad man.
But I think that I think you should just try enjoying yourself a little bit. And, like, I'm not saying walk away from religion, but whether you realize it or not, there is a part of you that is really annoyed that you have to adhere to that religion.
Yeah.
It's too strict.
Yeah, strict, but, you know, I guess when I'm older, I'll probably appreciate it.
Because let me ask you a question, an honest question. Like, because you say there's going to be a lot of women in heaven.
Yes,
But does it really make sense that God is so strict with people on earth, and then when you get to heaven, he's like, all right, shave, fuck these chicks? Doesn't make sense.
Well, you see, God wants to know whether we are deserving of His reward, you know.
Ah, the reward
Okay.
is the big reward
I see.
after your faith
Yeah,
and
because the reward
serving.
is for, like, people who deserve it, you know.
Yeah, but
So this is just a testing ground.
Hey, can I gotta jump in. That's some crazy faith. You got rewards all around you right now.
Yeah,
Why
you're
wait
Right,
for the
right,
rewards
right.
when you can have them
Right.
right the fuck now?
Sorry?
Yeah, there's a lot of, Opie's right, there's a lot of rewards all around you right now. Why wait?
You could get your own virgins. You don't have to wait for the virgins in heaven.
That's the evil test, though, to see if you're gonna. And this
man,
is
is this
limited.
fucked
And this
up.
is our limited time. He's talking eternity of rewards. If you could just hold out for 75, 80 years here on Earth, then you'll have an eternity of good times.
where does God pile up the people that blew the eternity test?
You go.
Where they pile
In
up?
Jew heaven.
Go to hell. Yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel about the Jews?
But wouldn't hell just be hell after a while?
Oh, well,
That old gag, kind of like how we talk about prison. After a while, it just becomes your life.
Becomes your
You get
life.
used to it.
After a while, you're sick of screaming, and you go, you know what? I'm
Such
done
pain.
screaming.
Do you think at one point you just stop screaming and go, "I'm exhausted"?
I'm exhausted from screaming. I have no voice left.
But meanwhile, the pain is you on fire.
But that goes away.
And then you're
after
just
a while.
like, the sting kind of goes away after a while.
It's not that bad
Yeah, I don't know.
after a few billion years.
I don't know. A billion, yeah. So,
Well,
what do you think about the Jews, my friend?
Oh, I just don't like them, you know. They're a bunch of loan sharks, man.
Have they done anything personally to you?
Yes, sir. You know, I'll tell you one story. I wanted to buy a car, right? Because I take the bus, and I was getting really annoyed about the women. You know, there's so many women in the bus. You know, you can't.
Yeah. Oh my God! Think of how many you can blow up.
So I went to the bank, and you know, they're all owned by Jews. You know, so I was like, okay,
Yes.
like $5,000. They're like, yeah, we give you $5,000, but you know, you're gonna have to pay like I don't know, 20% interest rate if you don't pay it at this time. And
Sure.
And I didn't have a job at that time, and these Jews kind of like messed up my life, you know.
But because they wouldn't give you a loan because you didn't have a job and you didn't want to pay interest.
You might want to look at their point of view on this one. Now, I'm not saying the Jews can't be chiselers, but sometimes you have to give it to them.
But you know, they're a bunch of loan sharks, man. 20%, that's way over.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Jews, you know, I just don't like them. You know.
Yeah.
So you don't like the Chinese, the black girls, and the Jews. Can you list them in order of hate?
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't like black, actually. So I put them on number one.
No,
Yeah.
Aunt, really.
No one starts with number one.
That wasn't me.
No one starts with number one. You got to start from the bottom.
Well,
And
he
the
just
big
gave you
reveal
the
is
big number one.
All right, no.
The bottom would be the Chinese, then the Jews, then the black, you know.
Wow.
How about gay people?
Yeah, whatever.
How do you feel about
where you at
us?
with the
Them.
gays?
Them.
Oh, you know, I really don't like gay people either. You know.
Yeah.
They really scare me, you know. They have a joke that there's a part in Pakistan where a lot of gay people live, right?
Uh-huh.
And they say the birds, when they fly over that place, they keep one wing behind their back, you know. That's how, that's
Really?
Because they think
So-
that the guys will fuck him in the ass?
Fuck the birds in the ass? How do they fly with one wing?
It's
Yeah.
It's trying to say even the birds are gay over there. Like it's really a.
Yeah, I guess it's lost in the translation somewhere. But
Yeah, I thought they were preventing
get it.
their heinies from being fucked with shit and piss tumbling out. Even a gay guy wouldn't fuck a bird asshole because everything falls out of there. Shit, piss, nervous, fly, quickly go. gotta go. Bird's always in a hurry. Flap, flap, shit, piss, gotta go. Peck, worm. Well, we got it.
I'm a huge fan of your bird humor.
I hate
every
birds.
single time. Jabrol, one other thing about the virgins, all right? Do you Muslims understand that they're not great lays?
Virgins suck, dude.
Virgins suck. It's kind of a nice...
Hey, slow down.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm a virgin.
It's
myself.
kind of a nice conquest, but in the end, it's an awful lay.
Yeah, dude, they're the worst.
If that's what you're waiting for in heaven, you might be a little disappointed, especially after the first one. The first one might be, wow, okay, that was cool, but then you got to fuck how many more after that? 71? How many did they get in?
I don't know. You get like 70 something.
72?
Yeah, 72. Yes, sir.
You're not going to be happy
72
with that.
Virgins.
You want some experience there, Jabrol.
Well, what I think I'll do is like I'll just take a break once in a while. So maybe because there's other things in heaven too. There's nice food, there's nice scenery, and then when I
Scenery.
get
Do people really believe this stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. What do you mean scenery? What scenery?
Oh, there's all those trees and.
I picture a lot of open
waterfalls.
fields, prairies.
You have that in Canada, too.
Meadows.
You have that now.
Yeah,
you
but
have all that
Canada-
now.
But in Canada snows. It's very cold. I can't go outside.
So it doesn't snow in heaven?
No.
Oh, sorry, my dryer is finished. I have to hang up.
What?
Oh, his dryer's
Well,
finished.
can't you let your clothes just hang out there for a second?
No, you got to get them right away.
Why?
It's a religious thing.
They're nice and hot, and so I like to hang them and iron them. Stuff like
Oh,
that.
well, don't be so OCD. God will understand if you don't have to iron your clothes.
He's got to iron them.
Don't be a kook.
He's
My
got
God.
to take care of his laundry now.
All right.
Yeah, you can wait a few minutes.
All right,
it's an international phone call.
Pakistani
Tumble
friend.
dry them on regular air. That will make them even fluffier for your obsessive ironing.
All right, Jabrol. Trying to.
All right.
I guess we're trying to get to know each other. Finally.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Man, I don't understand at all.
He's,
Project Outreach.
A Muslim friend.
Let's talk to a Chinese next.
Yes.
That's how we do it. Take care. There he goes.
Bye,
that it?
Jabrol.
Yeah, he's
that's,
gone.
He's gone, and there he goes. He's going into his washroom.
Yeah.
And he's gonna what they say iron his clothes.
Maybe that's the problem he's having with women. Like, they would fuck him, but every time he gets close, he has to run in and do laundry. Dude, if you don't like the Chinese, but you could always ask one of them to do that for you. There's a way around this. I want to get this guy a hooker.
Oh my God, he would never.
He would probably have
He
to.
would never.
He would probably have to kill himself if he
Yeah, I
actually
wouldn't
went
wanna
through
do
it.
Yeah, he would.
If
he's
he went
very,
through it, then the torment.
the guilt and torment.
Right.
Would
maybe.
really, really get
All
him.
right. Hey, we should take a break.